Sometimes true empowerment can only begin if we allow ourselves to be vulnerable. Here to tell us about a unique series, it's a speaker series, and it's aimed toward bringing women together from all different backgrounds. We have Bold event co-founders Ann Descalzo and Rachel Zillner. Hi, ladies. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, Ann, first tell us about this unique speaker series called Bold.
So Bold, like you said, it's unique because it's a series of women up there on the stage talking about their stories. So Bold actually represents an acronym, if you will, and it stands for Bravery, Optimism, Leadership, and Depression. And you're going to hear these women dig into their backstory and get really vulnerable in front of this audience. And really our hope is to just bring out these stories so conversations can begin around emotional intelligence and the things that we all go through in our day-to-day life.
Right now, I feel like we hear a lot about women's empowerment, women coming together, but tell us, why is it so important for women to lift each other up, especially in the workplace?
Yeah.
I think of women, we're a tribe, right? Like we are a tribe, and it's really important that we remember that we're a tribe and we treat each other as a tribe. So when we take a little time and remember that we're human and we all have things that happen in our lives, and we tend to treat each other a little better. And we have great advocates and a lot of men in the workplace and our personal lives out there, but it's also important that we're kind to one another.
Right, stick together. We all are going through our own struggles, but it definitely helps to uplift each other. And the intro is talking about making yourself vulnerable, and then that is when you can really start that journey to empowerment. Expand on that and why that's kind of like a focal point of Bold.
Go ahead.
So vulnerability, it's tough, but it's real, and it means opening ourselves up to sharing our stories, and it allows us to connect with one another. Right. Which is why that's so important.
Yes, I know. It's all about lifting each other up, but you put yourself out there. And we all kind of know, but that's a scary time. But it sounds like a lot of the women, like Rachel in the series, you're sharing personal stories, so you are making yourself vulnerable just by putting your stuff out there. And I guess you're hoping that people are going to relate to you.
Yes. Yeah, so our topics this time are, like we said, bravery, optimism, leadership, and depression. And in our bravery space, I'm taking the stage to talk about making a choice of leaving my 20-year career in banking and saying I need to get rid of this distraction and think about how I can help make a difference in our community. Our optimism speaker is taking the stage to talk about how she found her way back to optimism through some difficult trials in her life as a Latina. Our leadership speaker is talking about 3 very significant things that happened in her life that were really low points and how she found her way to lead herself and her family through it. And our depression speaker is talking about how she was diagnosed with clinical depression about 5 years ago and what that journey is like for her on a regular basis.
Now, you both are the co-founders, and so I'm sure you're very excited. And just to share all this, but you just mentioned you left a career in banking.
Yes.
Something totally different. So how do you feel about now that this is coming together? You're going to put this event on.
Yeah, we were talking about that today. It's so awesome. It's something we've talked about for a long time. It's a couple of years in the making, but didn't think that the day-to-day work for me was the big distractor. So for me, I had to step out of it completely to be able to allow the creative space to do the next thing. And Ann and I have been working together for 7+ years. So, we kind of share a brain, and we found this wonderful space together.
It's so amazing. So this is coming up. Ann, tell everybody all the nuts and bolts. When, where, how can they attend? How can they get more information?
Yes. So it debuts tonight, Bold, in Oak Park at the Guild Theater, starting at 3:30 p.m. Tickets are still available. We still have some there. And then again tomorrow, we have a second session, and they can go online. I'll let Rachel give you the website. She's awesome at it.
It's bold.ticketspice.com/bold.
Awesome. Thanks for being here, and best of luck with your event.
Thank you.
This interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.